Hello, welcome to PrinceDMEmpiresNaturalLiving YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with people you care about. In today's video, I will be talking about the persuasive power, unlocking the secrets of influence. Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion, is a renowned book written by Robert Cialdini, a prominent social psychologist. Published in 1984, this book delves into the principles of persuasion and the underlying psychology behind people's inclination to say yes to certain requests or influence tactics. Cialdini identified 6 principles of influence commonly employed to persuade others. In this video, I will focus on explaining 4 of these principles to assist those facing challenges in their business or job and seeking ways to improve. Whether you want to persuade a client, a business partner, your boss, or even your parents, these principles can be of great help. Now let's begin. Picture this: you're walking in your favorite coffee shop, sipping on your favorite latte, when a stranger walks up to you and starts a conversation. Within minutes, they have you hooked, nodding along to their every word, and before you know it, you find yourself saying yes to their proposal. How did they do it? How did they effortlessly sway your decision in their favor? The answer lies in the art of persuasion, a skill mastered by those who understand the principles of influence. In this video, we will unravel the secrets behind persuasion and delve into 4 powerful principles that can transform your ability to sway others to your point of view. Whether you're a business professional seeking to win over clients or an individual looking to enhance your personal relationships, these principles will revolutionize the way you navigate the intricate realm of influence. Get ready to unlock the psychological secrets of persuasion and take your persuasive skills to new heights. Principle number 1. Reciprocity. It revolves around the concept of feeling obliged to reciprocate when someone does something for us. For instance, if someone buys you lunch, you tend to feel obligated to buy them lunch in return. This principle applies to various scenarios, such as when someone helps you out or gives you a gift. People have a natural inclination to reciprocate these acts of kindness. An interesting study conducted in a restaurant revealed that when the waitress offered a mint candy along with the bill, the tips increased by 3%. Surprisingly, when 2 candies were given, the tips rose by 14%. Furthermore, when the waitress added an unexpected extra candy and complimented the customers, the tips skyrocketed to 20%. This experiment illustrates how even small gestures can trigger a strong urge to reciprocate. Reciprocity is deeply ingrained in our nature, prompting us to help or give back when someone does a favor or gives us a gift. Even seemingly insignificant favors or gifts can lead to multiple times greater reciprocation. For example, when I go shopping with my 4-year-old son, some stores offer candies to children at the entrance. Whenever my son receives a candy, I find myself more inclined to spend more at that store and return in the future. Although the candy itself may hold little value, it serves as a gift that brings joy to my son. Making my son smile creates a strong desire within me to reciprocate that kindness in abundance. To successfully apply the reciprocity principle, there are 3 key elements to consider. Firstly, the favor or gift you offer should be personalized to the individual. Consider this: how many of you have given pens or notebooks with your company's name on them to your customers? Unfortunately, such gifts often end up forgotten or discarded. However, imagine receiving a pen with your own name on it. That pen is likely to hold a special place in your pocket, and each time you use it, you'll remember the person or company that gave it to you. I have a friend who excels in his bachelor studies, earning admiration from his professors. Recently, he shared a picture with me, a pen engraved with his name and the name of one of his professors. He expressed immense happiness and pride, treating that pen with great care. It seemed as valuable to him as if it were made of gold. He will undoubtedly cherish and use that pen while remembering his professor. You might argue that personalizing gifts on a large scale is challenging for your company due to the sheer number of clients. However, consider your VIP customers, the ones who bring you the highest profits. Focus on personalizing gifts for them since their numbers are manageable. The second element is that the gift or favor should come unexpectedly. Going back to the earlier example of the mint experiment, customers didn't anticipate the waitress returning with an additional mint. This element of surprise enhances the impact of the reciprocity principle. Lastly, the gift must hold meaning for the recipient. Let's say you have a client who consistently pays invoices late. When sending the next invoice, consider attaching a small gift that aligns with their interests. For instance, if they are an art lover, offering them a piece of art as a gift would be meaningful. Applying the reciprocity principle has greatly aided me in growing my business. Regardless of your industry or occupation, we all need assistance from those more successful than us. However, persuading someone of a higher caliber to help you is no easy feat. Rather than approaching such individuals with a list of 10 people and hoping one of them will extend their aid, the correct approach involves applying the reciprocity principle. Start by identifying how you can help them first. By providing assistance, you activate their inclination to reciprocate and help you in return. Instead of asking, "Which of these 10 people can help me?" ask, "Which of these 10 people can I help so that they would be happy to help me in return?" Invest most of your time in figuring out how you can be of assistance to those from whom you seek help, especially if you can address their pain points by offering solutions. However, it is crucial to remember that you should never attempt to deceive or trick others into helping you. I have personally experienced people attempting to do so, and their ulterior motives were transparent. The goal here is to genuinely provide aid to others who, in turn, will be willing to help you. The world is not perfect, and there will always be individuals who offer favors or gifts with the expectation of obtaining something from you in return. It is essential to learn to differentiate between those who genuinely seek to assist you and those who aim to manipulate you. You are socially obligated to reciprocate a genuine favor, but you are not obligated to return a trick with a favor. In negotiation scenarios, when one party makes a compromise, it is perceived as a favor. This act of compromise often triggers the other party to make their own compromise, as reciprocity comes into play. Savvy negotiators often begin with extreme demands, then gradually retreat to a smaller request, which was their true intention from the start. The author refers to this strategy as the request then retreat strategy. If you find yourself in a negotiation where someone presents a significant request and then slowly retreats, you should be aware of their tactics. Before moving on to the second principle, I'd like to share an additional tip regarding the reciprocity principle. You may have encountered situations where you help someone, and when they thank you, you respond with phrases like, "No worries, it wasn't a big deal. I didn't do much. Why do you undermine your favors in this way?" In reality, you went above and beyond, investing your time or money to help someone. By downplaying your favor, you deactivate the reciprocity principle, and the person no longer feels obliged to help you in the future. So, what should you do when someone thanks you for something? Simply express gratitude and respond by saying, "If the roles were reversed, I'm sure you would do the same for me," or "This is what friends or colleagues do for each other." Such responses keep the favor active in their mind, and when an opportunity arises, they will make sure to reciprocate. Principle number 2. Liking. This principle states that we are more likely to say yes to a request from someone we like. Likability plays a significant role in influencing our purchasing decisions as well. But what factors contribute to one person liking another? There are 3 important factors to consider. Firstly, we tend to like people who are similar to us. Shared hobbies, musical tastes, or similar personalities create a sense of familiarity and connection. For example, in a negotiation experiment, researchers divided participants into 2 groups. The first group immediately started negotiating, while the second group spent time together before the negotiation, identifying commonalities. The second group, which focused on similarities, had a 90% success rate in reaching an agreement, compared to 55% in the first group. When you meet an important business partner for the first time, try to find genuine similarities between the two of you and discuss them. This can help establish a positive connection. The second factor is compliments. Humans love receiving compliments, regardless of their accuracy. False compliments can have the same positive effect on us as genuine ones. When someone compliments us, it creates a favorable impression and makes us like them more. However, it's important to be aware that some individuals may give false compliments to manipulate others. If you find yourself liking a salesperson or someone else after a short meeting, recognize the potential influence of compliments and make sure not to let it cloud your judgment. If you want to apply this principle to others, do so genuinely. Find genuine similarities and compliments and bring them up during conversations. For example, if you discover that the person enjoys playing soccer and you do as well, ask them about their playing frequency. Additionally, if you notice someone is consistently quick to reply to emails, you can compliment their responsiveness. Applying these techniques can create a positive rapport and mutual likability. Lastly, the author emphasizes that you liking the other person is more important than the other person liking you. When you genuinely like someone, it enhances your business relationship because you trust that person to prioritize your interests and go the extra mile for you. So, while it's essential to establish likability in your interactions, remember that true likability stems from genuine connections rather than manipulative tactics. Principle number 3. Commitment and consistency. This principle states that we have a strong desire to be consistent with our past actions and statements. However, this tendency can sometimes lead us astray, causing us to stick to ideas or opinions that we no longer believe in simply because we don't want to appear inconsistent. We dislike inconsistency, and it affects how we view others as well. For instance, if a friend consistently fails to keep promises or fulfill their commitments, we tend to distance ourselves from them. Once we commit to something, we seek consistency both in ourselves and in others. Let's imagine you're hanging out with friends, and one of them publicly praises your reliability and ability to keep secrets. Even if you're not particularly skilled at keeping secrets, you'll feel compelled to maintain that image and act consistently from that point on. This desire for consistency becomes even stronger when commitments are made publicly, voluntarily, and require effort. By leveraging commitment and consistency, people can create a sense of obligation and influence others' behavior. To apply this knowledge in real life. Another example of utilizing commitment and consistency is publicly announcing your goal to others. By sharing your goal with others, you enhance your commitment to achieving it. To reinforce this commitment further, you can create a calendar or board and mark each day you successfully stick to your goal. For instance, if your aim is to exercise or follow a diet plan for 30 days, displaying a calendar on the wall can be remarkably effective. Here's why it works. Public accountability. By making your goal public, even if only your family members see it, you create a sense of accountability. Knowing that others are aware of your commitment motivates you to stay consistent. Effort and preparation. Setting up the calendar or board requires effort on your part. This physical act reinforces your dedication and commitment to the goal. Written commitment. The visual representation of your progress on the calendar serves as a written commitment. It becomes a tangible reminder of your commitment, making it harder to deviate from your goal. Voluntary action. Creating the calendar and publicly displaying your progress is a voluntary choice. This voluntary aspect strengthens your commitment as it demonstrates your personal investment in achieving the desired outcome. This board or calendar activates all 4 elements of the commitment and consistency principle mentioned earlier. Once you start marking off completed days, you'll develop a strong aversion to leaving empty boxes. You'll strive for consistency, as each mark becomes a commitment to yourself and a step toward becoming the person you aspire to be. To make commitments more effective, it's essential to start small and gradually build on them. For example, if your goal is to read 1 hour a day, don't jump straight into that time frame. Begin with just 1 minute a day of dedicated reading. It's perfectly acceptable to spend the initial 30 days reading only 1 minute. Initially, the focus should be on cultivating the habit and maintaining consistency rather than the quantity of pages read. Remember, at the beginning, it's about honoring the commitment, not the volume of material consumed. To protect yourself from those who might exploit commitment tactics for manipulative purposes, pay attention to your gut feelings and emotions. If your stomach tells you that you're being pressured into agreeing to something you don't want, or if your heart questions the validity of an initial commitment, ask yourself if you would make the same commitment knowing what you know now. If the answer is no, it's best to walk away. The commitment and consistency principle is often utilized by salespeople and others to influence behavior. They may present an advantage or incentive to prompt a purchasing decision and then withdraw it once the commitment is made. To recognize such manipulative tactics, listen to signals from your gut and heart, and assess if the initial commitment aligns with your current knowledge and desires. If not, it's essential to be willing to reevaluate and reconsider your commitment. Principle number 4. Social proof. This principle highlights how we determine what is correct based on the opinions and actions of others. When we observe many people engaging in a particular behavior, we tend to view it as the correct choice. A simple example of social proof is when we check product reviews before purchasing a book or other items. This principle becomes especially influential under two conditions. First, when we are uncertain, we often look to the actions of others for guidance. For instance, if a group of people running towards you for some reason, you'll probably join them instead of continuing your walk in that direction, right? Second, we tend to imitate individuals who are similar to us or who are in similar situations. This idea of similarity is crucial to the effectiveness of social proof. Remember these two keywords, uncertainty and similarity. They hold significant power and can help you achieve substantial gains in your business by making small adjustments to your approach. For example, consider an experiment conducted by the UK government to encourage delinquent taxpayers to pay their taxes on time. Initially, they sent a letter threatening certain sanctions, resulting in 67% compliance. Then, they added a single sentence stating, "The great majority of UK citizens pay taxes on time, please do so." This simple addition increased compliance to 74%, a notable improvement. However, the most intriguing part is when they made another small change to the sentence, making it read, "The great majority of UK citizens in your town pay taxes on time, please do so." Compliance immediately skyrocketed to 83%. With just a few sentence modifications, the UK government generated billions of pounds. Impressive, isn't it? I will soon explain how you can apply these experiments and principles to your own business and life. But first, let me share another experiment that demonstrates the far-reaching influence of social proof. In Beijing, a Chinese restaurant marked certain dishes on the menu with asterisks, labeling them as the most popular choices. As a result, these items were ordered 13 to 20% more frequently. This phenomenon is akin to when restaurants offer chef's choice, where customers are more likely to select those options. When faced with menu choices, most people experience uncertainty. In such situations, we tend to look at what others have done in similar circumstances, seeking guidance. So, how can you leverage this knowledge in your business or job? If you or your company sells a product or service that is frequently chosen by your clients, emphasize this fact to new customers. For example, you can say, "The majority of first-year students buy this computer from us," or "The majority of small business owners like you choose this payment plan," or "The majority of our new clients opt for this financial product." When people are making decisions, they want to know what others in similar situations have done. By providing this information, you are offering them a guideline to follow based on what is already true, existing, or happening. It's important to note that you are not deceiving or misleading them, you are simply stating the reality. Now, let's talk about protecting yourself from the potential harm of social proof. Sometimes, this principle can lead to negative consequences. For instance, traffic accidents can occur when a few drivers start changing lanes, prompting others to do the same. It's crucial to question whether following the crowd makes sense to you before blindly imitating their actions. This is known as pluralistic ignorance, where a large group collectively engages in nonsensical behavior. In situations where help is needed, but everyone assumes someone else will take action. It's important to break the cycle. Instead of addressing the crowd as a whole, direct your request to an individual. For example, you could say, "You in the red t-shirt, call the police," or "You in the white hat, call the ambulance." The same principle applies when sending an email to a group of people. Avoid simply addressing everyone and making a generic request, as individuals may assume someone else will handle it. Instead, identify the most suitable individual and direct your request to them specifically. By understanding and applying the concept of social proof wisely, you can harness its power to achieve your goals while avoiding potential pitfalls. As we conclude our exploration of the psychological tactics that leave no one immune, it becomes abundantly clear that the power of persuasion lies within our grasp. Robert Cialdini's profound insights have revealed the inner workings of human behavior, allowing us to understand how and why we are swayed. By embracing these psychological tactics ethically and responsibly, we have the potential to navigate the intricate webs of influence and shape our interactions with others. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility, and it is up to us to use these tools wisely in our quest to unlock the secrets of persuasion. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe.